we're on a small adventure. It's been a little while, or at least it's been a little while for me, probably not to you. But we've driven out to sort of the loch, or we're driving out to the Old Kinord area, where there's kind of like stone circles and hut circles and forts that we haven't been to. So we've got no real plan. We're just sort of heading out and seeing what we fancy. But on the road just past Tornaveen, I saw that there were some hut circles supposed to be in a field. So we've just got out of the car to try and find them. I have literally no idea what's supposed to be there. I don't know if there's anything to see, but we'll soon find out. Oh my god, there's actually something! I didn't think there'd be anything. We actually saw something, so that was very exciting. Normally the hut circles we try and see, it's like literally just ground, like we have no idea if we're in the right spot or what we're looking for, but this time it was very clearly two circles, like earth circles. So that was awesome. I think that's the first sort of hut circles I've like clearly seen sign of. And now, I don't know where we're going. So your guess is as good as ours. We're obviously near a bit of a clay pigeon shooting range. I'm gonna learn about hut circles.
You want to tell them?
Because I don't know anything about them. So according to Wikipedia, the font of all knowledge, a hut circle is a circular or oval depression in the ground which may or may not have had a low stone wall around it that used to be the foundation of a round house. The superstructure of such a house would have been made of timber and thatch. They are numerous in parts of upland Britain and most date to around the 2nd century BC.
Oh, so it's not prehistoric.
When did prehistory start? I mean, were they writing stuff down? Isn't prehistory like before written record? Were we writing stuff down in
Maybe
Britain?
not those people.
Yeah. Hut circles were also almost certainly covered by conical rounded roofs and supported by posts that were internal and sometimes external.
Wait, is the plural of roof roofs?
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Roofs. So maybe we could see those so well because they had a stone wall, and maybe some of the ones that we've tried to see before that were nothing didn't have stone. I don't know. Or maybe they just weren't treated as well. And then it has a special Scotland section that says hut circles also occur in northern Scotland. Well, we know now, don't we? It's unclear whether there's a connection between these and the hut circles in England. These hut circles were usually in pairs and surrounded by groups of tumuli of sepulchral origin.
Okay.
I don't know what those words mean.
Tumuli is like a thingy, and sepulchrum is where you put people to after they die.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there isn't anything on the map that suggests that. There's a mound of earth and stones, raised over a grave or graves. Yeah, I don't think there are any cairns on the map, or so if it's not on the map, it's usually on the Megalith website. But there are sometimes things that are on neither. So maybe there is something, but we didn't see it.
Maybe there's, maybe they've been removed.
Okay,
asking.
Oh, we've learnt something. I've learnt something. So we're back in Migvie Church. We were here, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago to see this Pictish symbol stone. But recently on Twitter, I saw Archaeoptics 3D took some images of this, and you could see really clearly a horseman on the back. So I really wanted to come and look and see if I could see it. It's really difficult, but I don't know, you can just about see some of the marks and lines. Like, you'd never really know it was a horse or a man on a horse without having seen this image. I'll try and link it in the description so you can see it, because it's really worth having a look at. It's just, I don't know, it's super cool to me that you can look at a stone and kind of see nothing. But there's actually all these like little hidden things. Yeah, I'm really glad that we came back. And also, just quickly, because this is only meant to be a quick visit, but there's also a really cool cut mark stone here. There's just so many. So it's turned out to be a day for hut circles. So we've come up to the Old Kinord area, because there's two sites. There's Old Kinord and New Kinord. And as far as I know, the hut circles at Old Kinord are better. It was a little tricky to find somewhere to park, but we found a little pull-in near a memorial for the 1335 Battle of Colby, I think it was. Something to do with the Second Scottish War of Independence, if I read it right. So we just found a little pull-in there, and we've just kind of like found a track that leads towards the hut circles. And I think these still have some of the stones in place, but we'll see. Hopefully we can find them. I'm kind of blown away. I mean, I'm obviously not a historian or an archaeologist, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. And I've also never really gone out of my way to go and find hut circles before, not that many times anyway. But I just had no idea they could be so big or so deep or so obvious. Like, these circles at Loch Kinord or Old Kinord are just huge, and they're really impressive. Like, you can even still see where the entranceway was to get into them. And now, like, because I know nothing about this, I've got so many questions. Like, why were there always like 1 or 2 or 3 hut circles and the rest of the buildings were just wooden? Were they for the leaders, or were they food halls, or for healers, special people? I don't know, like, what were they for? And I'm so intrigued now what has been found around these areas, like what kind of artifacts or evidence they've found about people's lives. So I feel like I'm going to go down some rabbit holes tonight. But yeah, this is awesome, and I think it started something. I'm definitely not going to sort of like pass up on seeing more hut circles in the future. Okay, that's us done for the day. So just in case you decide to come here and do this too, we went out the hut circles a really awkward, difficult way, but actually you can just follow the Old Kinord trail with the Celtic knot on it. I'll include a picture, and then that takes you through Old Kinord and then on to the hut circles, where you do have to go off track, but not as epically as we did. It was amazing. Definitely want to come back. There's actually 2 more hut circles further along that track, and actually a series of hut circles the other side of the road, which I don't think are quite as impressive, but we don't have time today. We have to take our rental car back. But yeah, it was awesome. So definitely recommend going to hunt down some hut circles if you have any in your area. But thank you very much for watching. Look forward to the next adventure.